2 Corinthians 11 chapter 2 to 5.
For I am jealous for you with godly jealousy. For I have betrothed you to one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to Christ. But I fear lest somehow, as the serpent deceived Eve by his craftiness, so your minds may be corrupted for the simplicity that is Christ. For if he who comes preaches another Jesus, whom we have not preached, or if you receive a different spirit which you have not received, or a different gospel which you have not accepted, you may well put up with it.
Yes, well put up with it. Why there is no revolt? Why there is no fight? Respond. Accept it without any reservation or barrier. In the last days, James writes, you have fattened yourself, and the narrow way you will get stuck, you will not enter. ഈ കാട്ടിലെ മരങ്ങൾ നോക്കണം ഇവിടെ ഇരുന്ന്. Every tree has space for growing. Every tree has space for growing. It grows. There is enough space. Why do you want to be in the same place? You can plant yourself somewhere else and grow also. If the atmosphere is choking, you remain there and get choked, or you move out. Yeah. If the water is polluted, you still there, drink that water. You move out. Why do you remain here? You are accustomed and comfortable there. Comfortable there. Why didn't you start a church by God's grace? Why don't you start? You may be worshipping with your wife. Only two. Start. Where do you want to gather there? Who is part?
All of us are part of it.
No.
Whether we
You are not part of it. You have nothing to do with the world. You have been separated. Who said you are part of it? Is it all exploited? Who said it's all exploited? Who says that wage is deserving? The standard is set by whom? This all need to be thought.
What about the environment?
Who polluted it?
Man.
Yes. So you are living in that, but you can go to another environment also, provided you are willing to relocate yourself. And from there, come back and help these people to change their way. Change their way. It will be very small changes happen around you. It's very small changes. One man, Dr. Kagawa, Japan, when he graduated, he was a Buddhist, he became a Christian. He took his belonging in a wheelbarrow, crossed to the other side of the city to slum. He never returned to this side. He lived there, transformed that place. A committed Christian. He lived. He will give away all his dresses. He won't have any dress to come out of the house. Neighbors, women will give the kimono. He will put on the kimono and come out. He will have the food. 10 people will gather. It all will be diluted. They will drink. And he lost weight. He developed tuberculosis. Yes. Still remained. Government arrested him, put him in jail for being antisocial. Finally the king accepted him, gave him a reward. Also finally the world recognized him and said, you have done something right. It came all late. He didn't look for the recognition, he didn't wait for the recognition. There are single individuals who have done certain things, lived a different way. But you will be persecuted. You will be persecuted. In the midst of exploitation of medical work, a different work was started here, not exploit. So everyone who worked there had to change their lives. Change their life. So they didn't exploit. That can be very clear. At one point at least. Later they would have, when the other generation started coming in, they compromised. For at least for a lifetime, they never compromised. If we get time, we'll go to a place where one couple is living in the hills. He can dig a well, bore well there. If you get water, you will get water. But government rule is you cannot dig bore well. Everyone has dug bore well with breaking the rule. But he said he wouldn't break the rule, it is there. He went around to collector everyone for permission. They didn't give. He is carting water from somewhere else and using it now. A family living there, husband, wife, 2 children. Building up a community. Go and see how they live. Single individual trying to live against the norms of the world. We may be visiting them if time permits. Now I am asking, is there a possibility of relocating? In Dubai, a group of people who attended, when they attended, they realized they need to be closer. So what they decided, left the apartments in which they lived. They took apartments around the place and had one apartment and left it free for meeting together. And that group soon became a church itself. Separated from that to practice the different way of living.